The Rise and Fall of Parma FC, a football club's journey. Imagine a football club soaring to the pinnacle of European success, rubbing shoulders with the continent's giants. Then, in a blink of an eye, it all crumbles. Bankruptcy, relegation, and how it could all culminate in extinction. But this is not the end of the story. This is where the real drama begins. The story of Parma FC is a roller coaster ride of triumph and tragedy, a tale of ambition, greed, and ultimately, the enduring power of hope. Get ready for an incredible journey. Parma Football Club, a name that once rang out across Italy and Europe, was a symbol of success in the 1990s and early 2000s. But what led this once dominant force in European football to its eventual downfall? And how did a club, written off by many, manage to claw its way back from the brink of extinction? Parma's story began in 1913, when the club was founded in the small city of Parma, in northern Italy. For many years, the team hovered around mid-table mediocrity in Italy's lower leagues. It wasn't until the 1980s that Parma started to rise to prominence. With a solid infrastructure, a growing fan base, and better financial management, the club gradually moved up to Serie A, the top tier of Italian football, in 1990. In 1990, Parma's fortunes changed when the club was purchased by the Tanzi family, led by Calisto Tanzi. Born in Collecchio, a small town near Parma, in 1938, Calisto Tanzi's entrepreneurial spirit was evident from an early age. Though he did not complete his formal education, having taken over the family grocery business following his father's untimely death, Tanzi's ambition and drive led him to build the Parmalat dairy empire into a global success. However, Tanzi's passion extended beyond the boardroom. A lifelong football enthusiast, he harbored a deep affection for his hometown club, Parma FC. Recognizing the club's potential, he poured his resources and unwavering support into transforming Parma from a provincial team into a European powerhouse. Tanzi's vision, coupled with his financial backing, ignited a period of unprecedented success for the club, captivating the hearts of fans across Italy and beyond. Nevio Scala, the architect of Parma's European successes, arrived at the club with a wealth of experience honed through years of dedication to the game. As a player, Scala enjoyed a successful career, representing clubs such as Atalanta and Sampdoria, where he gained valuable insights into the intricacies of the game. However, it was as a manager that he truly made his mark. His coaching journey began at smaller clubs, where he meticulously honed his tactical acumen, developing a reputation for his meticulous attention to detail and his ability to cultivate a strong team spirit. Scala's patient and methodical approach yielded impressive results as he guided teams through the lower divisions of Italian football, demonstrating a remarkable ability to identify and nurture young talent. His breakthrough came during his tenure at Regina, where he masterfully orchestrated the club's promotion to Serie B, showcasing his tactical ingenuity and his ability to build a winning team with limited resources. This impressive achievement caught the attention of Parma, who appointed him as their manager in 1989, marking a turning point in the club's history and ushering in an era of unprecedented success. Under coach Nevio Scala, Parma began to grow into a formidable team. By the early 1990s, the club had assembled a roster that would go on to compete with the best in Europe. Players like Gianluigi Buffon, who was just a teenager at the time, Lilian Thuram, Roberto Sensini, Gianfranco Zola, Thomas Brolin, and the talented midfielder Dino Baggio became household names. Parma's tactics and performances were nothing short of impressive, as they competed with the giants of Italian football, AC Milan, Juventus, and Inter Milan. In the 1992-93 season, Parma won the Coppa Italia, their first major trophy. This was just the beginning of a period of domestic and European success. The club followed up this victory with a UEFA Cup Winners' Cup triumph in 1993 and two UEFA Cup titles in 1995 and 1999. They also finished in the top six in Serie A almost every season, regularly qualifying for European competitions. Perhaps one of Parma's most memorable achievements during this period was their remarkable performance in European football. The 1994-95 UEFA Cup campaign saw Parma navigate a challenging draw, overcoming formidable opponents with a combination of tactical discipline and individual brilliance. The team, a blend of experienced veterans and exciting young talents, displayed a relentless attacking spirit and a resolute defensive resolve. In the final, Parma faced a formidable Juventus side over two legs. In the first leg at the Stadio Ennio Tardini, Dino Baggio scored the only goal, giving Parma a crucial advantage. In the return leg at the San Siro, Juventus equalized through Gianluca Vialli, but Dino Baggio scored again for Parma, securing a 2-1 aggregate victory and cementing their status as a major force in European football. In the 1998-99 UEFA Cup, the team displayed exceptional quality, overcoming strong opposition, including a famous 3-0 win over Marseille in the final. These performances made Parma a respected name in European club football. But behind the glamour, trouble was brewing. Parmalat, the company that had been the backbone of Parma's financial success, began to show signs of instability in the early 2000s. The Tanzi family, who controlled both the club and Parmalat, had been indulging in risky financial practices. In 2003, it was revealed that Parmalat had been involved in one of the largest financial scandals in history. The company had inflated its accounts and hidden billions of euros in debt. When the fraud was uncovered, Parmalat filed for bankruptcy, and the Tanzi family lost control of both the company and the football club. The Parmalat scandal, which involved a complex web of financial deceit and market manipulation, ultimately led to Calisto Tanzi's downfall. Following the collapse of his empire, Tanzi was arrested and charged with a series of financial crimes, including market manipulation, fraudulent bankruptcy, and false accounting. Found guilty of his crimes, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison by a Milano court in 2008. Although the sentence was later reduced to 8 years and 1 month on appeal. The Parmalat scandal shocked the financial world and served as a stark reminder of the consequences of corporate greed and the importance of ethical business practices. Tanzi's conviction and subsequent imprisonment tarnished his legacy and left a lasting impact on the Italian business landscape. Parma's financial collapse was inevitable after the Parmalat scandal. The club's finances were intertwined with the dairy giant, and without its financial backing, Parma was left with massive debts. In 2004, Parma was forced to sell many of its star players to balance the books. Gianluigi Buffon, Lilian Thuram, and Fabio Cannavaro, among others, were sold to top European clubs, with Buffon making a high-profile move to Juventus. Despite their attempts to stay afloat, Parma could not avoid the repercussions of the scandal. The club was forced to cut costs, resulting in a decline in quality. On the pitch, Parma's once promising squad began to show cracks. They failed to qualify for European competitions in the mid-2000s, and by 2007, Parma was relegated from Serie A after a disastrous season. In 2007, Parma's downward spiral continued as they were relegated to Serie B, the second tier of Italian football. The club's finances were in disarray, and the Tanzi family was no longer involved in the management. The club's ownership changed hands multiple times in the following years, But none of these changes provided a lasting solution to the club's struggles. The financial mismanagement, compounded by the club's declining performances on the field, led to further financial troubles. By 2015, Parma found itself in dire straits. The club was declared bankrupt, and it was officially expelled from Serie A. For many fans, it seemed like the end of a proud chapter in Italian football. In the summer of 2015, Parma's fate was sealed. After being expelled from Serie A, the club was unable to fulfill its obligations, and it went into bankruptcy. The players and staff were left unpaid for months, and it looked as though Parma would be relegated to even lower divisions of Italian football, perhaps never to return to its former glory. But even in the face of such dire circumstances, Parma's supporters never gave up hope. The club's fan base remained loyal, and there was a sense of belief that one day Parma could rise again. Just when it seemed like Parma might disappear from the football scene entirely, a group of investors stepped in and purchased the club. In 2015, Parma was officially refounded and started from the very bottom of the Italian football pyramid, competing in Serie D, the fourth tier of Italian football. To promote fan involvement, the new owners established a company called Parma Partecipazioni Calcistiche SRL. This company was designed to represent the interests of Parma fans and allow them to own a stake in the club. To achieve this, €89,286 worth of shares were issued to Parma Partecipazioni Calcistiche SRL. This means that fans then owned approximately 25% of the club, with each share costing €500. Despite starting from the lowest level, Parma's resurgence was swift. The club had the advantage of strong fan support, and the new owners injected much-needed financial stability. Within just 2 seasons, Parma was promoted from Serie D to Serie C, and by 2018, the club had achieved its remarkable return to Serie A. In 2020, the majority of Parma Calcio 1913 was purchased by the Kraus Group, an American company owned by businessman Kyle Kraus. This marked a significant change in ownership for the club, bringing in new investment and a fresh perspective. The Kraus Group owns 99% of the club even until today, making Parma the 4th club in Italian Serie A to have U.S.-based owners, alongside Fiorentina, Roma, and AC Milan. Parma's story of recovery is a testament to resilience and hope. The club's revival has not been without challenges, but Parma has shown that even after a major financial collapse and relegation, a football club can rise again with the right leadership, management, and support from its loyal fan base. Today, Parma competes in Serie A, though not yet at the heights it once achieved. But the club is back in Italy's top division, a powerful symbol of rebirth. As Parma continues to rebuild and work its way back to prominence, it serves as a reminder of the fragility of success in the world of football. The rise and fall of Parma FC is a story of glory, betrayal, failure, and eventual redemption. A true roller coaster journey that captures the highs and lows of football in a way few clubs have experienced. The fans remain as passionate as ever, and the club's community-oriented ethos has helped restore the pride that once defined Parma. Parma's journey from the heights of European football to the depths of bankruptcy and back again is a compelling story of survival. The club has been through a lot, but its future looks brighter now that it is back in Serie A. Time will tell if Parma can once again become a force in Italian football, but for now, their recovery is a victory in itself.